Welcome to the tour of Qinghai Lake 2019. Once again, fantastic weather greets our riders for the final stage of this year's race. But there's been so much more going on during this race.
Okay, so yeah, like Charles said, it's been my first time in China and it's been absolutely amazing. I think the hardest part is to pick one thing that stands out especially. One of the many fantastic things was not just the mountains, not just the incredible race, but the people that I met along the way. All different people from all different provinces. Like Charles said, we went through Ningxia, Gansu, Qinghai, and we met people from all different walks of life, which were so welcoming and so kind to not only me, but the entire team here. So it was absolutely amazing to meet the people here. Furthermore, who's going to win today? That's a great question. I think it's so difficult now on the last stage. All the teams are going to put everything on the line. One last final race, so I think I have to go with the Australian, same as Charles. Maybe go with Brenton Jones today to take a win, hopefully. And yeah, hopefully we'll see the Australians in the final.
Well, the sprinters are certainly going to try and have their way in this final stage. The Yunchuan circuit race, they'll travel around a 19.5 kilometre circuit. They'll go around 6 times in today's stage. Nothing really to speak of as far as the terrain goes. Quite flat. It's also the lowest altitude that we've raced at for the entire tour. So this day, like most stages of final stages of a grand tour, it is always one for the sprinters. Once again, our volunteers, our police, all of our officials, a massive thank you to everyone who has been able to support this great event for 2019. Our local support, our crowd, all of our fans have been very, very vocal in their support of this event throughout the last 18 days of everyone being here in China. The stage, however, well, it's what you would expect of a final stage. The breakaway was allowed to go clear early to see if they could try their hand. At 3 minutes was the best advantage the breakaway could handle. But Team Medellin, along with the sprinters' teams, set a very high tempo in the bunch, and it was inevitable that it was going to end up coming back to a bunch sprint for the finish. The bunch sprint, well, it favoured the British man in Matthew Gibson riding for Burgos BH. He took out the sprint in fine style. Always a very hard thing for a sprinter to get through the 13 stages and then bring out the best result on the last stage. Roy Eefting was second, Bas van der Kooi was third. Both of those riders no stranger to the podium this tour. Artur Fedeseev, he finishes with the Asian riders jersey. King of the Mountains was Ricardo Aguilera. And our points classification winner, well, it was the likeable Eduard Grossu. The tour winner, well, Robinson Chalapude, never put a pedal wrong this entire tour and rode beautifully throughout with his team of Medellin.
Yeah, I mean, there was lots of stages where we had quite a few top 10s and we were there or thereabouts, but just not quite there. I mean, the team were doing a good job, but we were just maybe not quite being there close enough to fill into the final, or we'd be there in the final and we just have a little bit of bad luck in the last couple of the meters, but it all came together today and the team did an amazing job helping console from the start and then keeping me up there in the last lap to drop me off to like in the last couple of the meters where I managed to get onto Zoe's wheel and then followed him until about 100 meters to go where I managed to come round him. So it was spot on really. I couldn't thank him enough.
I'm Matt Poyner for 7 Cycling. Thank you for joining us for the 2019 tour of Qinghai Lake. We'll see you next year.